Who are you? Where is Atyr?
At least someone had some luck. Take the key inside and find the Storm Wardens. With this last Sky Key in their possession, they'll be safe as torchbugs in amber. Sea Vipers, so get ready for some action. The Storm Wardens probably sealed themselves off by now. It's going to be a real puzzle to get in there. It's the first line of defense for the Storm Wardens. Look for the constellation tiles. Activate the Tower, Shadow, Lover, and Thief tiles in that order. If you forget, I'm sure you can figure it out by looking around the ruins. This little gut wound. I've had worse. Once an enraged Horvor. But really, this isn't the time for stories. We'll swap adventures when you come back, eh? I can't be sure, but I suspect Firis is behind this. He was a Storm Warden, but left in a huff about a week ago. I think he was upset about how the others were using the sphere. Rather, how they weren't using it. don't look like one of those tree-cutter sea vipers. I'll assume that means you can be trusted. Is Mariel safe? Is help coming? At last, some good news. Zen willing, Fyrus will pay for his treachery. But we have more pressing concerns at the moment. The enemy is at our gate, and knocking most vigorously. Once we called him Stormwarden. Now he's nothing more than a petulant child. He demanded we use the sphere for selfish purposes. He even spoke of turning against the Thalmor. We refused and cast him out. But before he gave away his Sky Key... The sphere is waning. If it isn't recharged soon, our defenses will fall. We have a source of power available in the Storm Atronachs. Their Thunderstones should be enough to maintain the sphere. We'll be in your debt if you could obtain some. Through the door and down the hall. They gather throughout the ruins when the sphere is active. Once you have the Thunderstones, look for 2 receptacles in the Great Hall. That's where we drain power into the Sphere of Storms. Run. We'll use the extra power to seal these ruins completely. If you don't get out quickly, you'll be stuck with us until the invasion is over. Tell Mariel we'll send for her when the doors reopen.
Another fool going to an early grave. You dare address me, insolent dog? Those who call themselves Storm Wardens are hardly fit for the title. Such an impertinent question. I suppose there's nothing for it. I am Master of Elias, and once the Storm Wardens. Without me, this place is a shadow of its former glory. Invaders would have never crossed this threshold. Help. If you're lucky, I won't kill them myself. They've severely taxed the sphere so much, I was forced to wake. And now I am forced to defend what they cannot. You dare raise your voice, slave? But you speak the truth. That is how history will remember me if I do nothing. I can't lend my sword, but I'll shield you from others who've awoken. May the storm... another fool going to an early grave. You dare address such an help? You dare.
What do you want?
Best close enough, stranger. Why do you approach Deep Woods?
True enough, you don't look like a houndsman.
We used to have a regular influx of pilgrims to Deep Woods to pray at the shrine of... They say werewolves took the Green Lady's sister Lonwen in the night. Now the townsfolk are too scared to wander far from the village. Trithane Nilara may be praying at the Green Lady's shrine in the middle of the village. She tried to convince people to search for Lon, the bondsman of the Hound, mortal agent of the Daedric Prince Ursine. Normally they keep to themselves, but they've recently flocked her.
It's dangerous here. You'll be disappointed if you've come to visit Valinesti. The Walking City is still missing, and something's... Orothless and I hoped this would be the year Valinesti returned to its summer site. We found nothing but a hole in the ground at first. Then, we thought it might be a sign the city was returning. When we got closer, we felt uncomfortable, unable to breathe. And then I noticed peculiar standing stones. They weren't here last year. I'll bet they've got something to do with whatever's happening. It's one of 4 sites visited by Valinesti. The Walking City moves, or moved, with the seasons, traveling between its fall, winter, spring, and of course, summer sites. This valley was once the summer site.
Magicka, it fades too quickly. I can't correct for the fluctuations in time. No! Wait, is someone there? Quickly, if you ever want to see the city again, there's no time. Once the Magicka fades... Oh, never mind. Meet me in the small cave past the men here, across the planks. Quickly! Lost. Someone with the power to aid my efforts. I am Farandare, and I've spent my lifetime trying to rescue the city of Valinesti. With your help, I may be able to do it. Yes, there are many theories about what happened to the Walking City. I believe it was drawn into oblivion and trapped there, with all its population. At last, I've found a way to open a portal large enough to rescue it. No, not in this one. This little cave's my haven, my refuge. Saving Valinesti is my pilgrimage, but every time I move forward, something pushes back. Near each of the standing stones in the valley is a nearly imperceptible Oblivion tear. Leftovers from my earlier experiments, but they're letting Daedra in. A mortal's touch will close them. Once one is closed, the other 3 must be shut quickly. First, I must time my ritual with each closure. This area is unstable, and the tears would open up again in a few minutes. I can't both close the tears and perform the ritual. I need your... The second reason is the Daedra will open a portal in the valley and summon more of their kind. You must fight your way to each tear, then meet me at my laboratory within the northern cave.
Are you ready?
Lost! Yes. No, not in this one. Near each of the stand. First, I must time my ritual with each closure. This area is unstable, and the tears would open up again in a few minutes. I can't both close the tear. The second reason is the Daedra will open a portal in the valley and summon more of their kind. You must fight your way to each tear, then meet me at my laboratory within the northern cave. I'll save you! It's working. I can feel it. The portal open. Does it? Then they must be blocking the city too. We're too close to give in now. You must stop them. Clear a path for the city. Then they must be blocking the city too. To track. My husband? All of Volanesti. That can't be true. All these years, all my research, they all point to one thing. My husband is trapped in oblivion. Don't you see? We must try again. You can't be. You're not. No. You're right. But I'm convinced my theory's right too. I was right about you. You've been strong enough to help me see my own weakness. Well, back to work then. I'm sure
As I've already told the others, we must look for Lonwayan soon, or there's no hope of finding her. Praise Ifrit. This means a lot to me. Lonwayan hasn't returned from her hunt. When she goes out, she normally returns the following morning with her kill, but we haven't seen or heard from her in days. Lonwayan's husband, Haron, headed out with Oreneth and Ungiris. I prayed more would help find Lonwayan, but we've seen both werewolves and houndsmen near. Lonwayan usually hunts near the Southern Falls. That's where Haron said they'd start to search. If she encountered a foe, she might have lost her entire quiver defending herself. I'd keep an eye out for arrows and follow any signs of struggle. Thank you. It would be a shame if we were to lose two of the Green Lady's relatives to the houndsman in one shot. Ifrit guide you in your search.
What is it?
You there? Are the houndsmen gone? Shh, they'll hear you. I think so. The werewolves attacked as we followed this trail. One of the beasts knocked my blade out of my hand and nearly took off my head before I fled. I hope Haron got away. We found her backpack and a few personal items at the falls, but nothing more. And then, the werewolves ambushed. It connects to an old path leading to Hircine's shrine, but I haven't been that way in ages. It makes sense the houndsmen might set up camp there. I saw a few more arrows and corpses along the path, so maybe Lonwayan held her own. Good luck. May Ifrit guide.
come no closer until you stated your business. Ah, good. Werewolves attacked us. I wounded a few of the beasts and got away, but not before they tore in to Angear us. I hoped these houndsmen might hold clues, but nothing. Have you seen Orineth? Praise Ifra. I told her this search might prove dangerous, but she wouldn't hear me. She and Lonwyn are cousins, and blood runs deep. No, these shafts are Lonwyn's handiwork. Only she and the Green Lady could weave such sweet death with her bow. I've seen too many of her arrows. She might have used the last on these 3 fools. The houndsmen have come and gone from the campsite near the old shrine to Hircine. If you'll search the camp, I'll do my best to track the patrols. One or the other. There's a small alcove nearby, an old hermit's den. I'll wait for you there. Bond, I'll be with you, friend. Burn it! The patrols led me in circles. It was a complete waste of time. Have you found anything? This bow goes everywhere with Lonwyn. She wouldn't give it up willingly. It was an engagement gift from her father. There's only one cave nearby which might serve to hide her. It's not far. Kirathor must die for what he's done. To kidnap the Green Lady's sister, my wife. The fool condemned himself by his actions. Let's go. Good. I hope Lonwyn is unharmed. Lonwyn, my love, thank the gods you're alive. We need to get back to Deepwoods before the cave fills with werewolves or houndsmen. She says she's all right. We should get moving. Lonwyn's been through enough battles. Lead on. We'll be right behind you.
I wonder how long South Point's mayor will survive in the Shivering Isles. Hopefully not very.
Home at last. I can't thank you enough for saving us. Haran and I need to rest now. Please tell Trithe Nalara we're home safely. Stop by to see us before you leave town, and thank you. Ifra bless you.
You've returned? Does this mean joyous news? The Green Lady must hear of this. I sent a Jackspur scout to her when Oroneth returned, and now we must send another with his report. You've done us this. You've returned. Joyous news.
We'll never be able to thank you enough. You've done us all a service rescuing Lonwyn. Would you like to hear more about her sister, the Green Lady? I wanted to give you a short tour of our holy sites. Deepwoods is home to the last two Green Ladies, and some say the first as well. Pilgrims often visit our village to pay homage to the It's the most sacred site in Deepwoods, and the reason the first villagers chose this site. Come with me. I'll show you the shrine and tell you more. Here we are. The very embodiment of the Green Lady can be seen in this ancient tree. Yes, some say this is the grave of the first Green Lady, lost to time before the Green Pact. Others believe the tree is the first Green Lady herself. All agree this place is sacred and a blessed site of Ifre. Hard to say. While a Green Lady is terrifically hard to kill, she is mortal. A powerful blow from a Daedra, perhaps. More likely she died of old age. Or perhaps her Sylvanar was killed. Yes, so it was with Fenariel, who was Green Lady before this one. Once the Green Lady and Sylvanar are wed, their bond is inescapable. If one dies, the other must follow suit. The Falls, where the current Green Lady Gwaring risked her life to save a friend. I can reveal a bit of the story with a blessing Spinner Aldor taught me. It's a little dangerous with the werewolves and houndsmen about, but they're no match for you.
Hail.
Here we are. This is where the current Green Lady saved her friend as a young girl. Shall I start the blessing? Ifrit, confer your blessing upon this place, that we might behold the bravery of the Green Lady. Illusions. The blessing reveals a spiritual imprint left at this place. Ifrit has blessed us with this memory to show us the spirit of true courage and self. Gwaring and Ulthorn, her constant companion, often played here as children. One day a starved pack of Sench tigers came along and circled the pair. Ulthorn suffered with fear, but Gwaring stood fast. Gwaring picked up a bone and growled like a tiger herself. Then she gave them what for until they surrendered. I came along just as they ran off. Ulthorn was quite embarrassed of his inaction, but remained proud of Gwaring. Let's go to the archery range. It's just up the hill. Watch out for those werewolves. There are so many of them. I hope the Green Lady sends us help to disperse them. This range brings back memories. Everyone from the village learned how to use a bow in this very place. Ifrit, confer your blessings upon this place, that we might behold the skill of the Green Lady. Yes, as a child, Gwaring practiced archery here with her friend Ulthorn and sister Lonwen. She outstripped them from the very first day. That's when her Aunt Fenoriel, the previous Green Lady, saw her potential. To be the next Green Lady, of course. Her next feat all but confirmed it. Ulthorn thought he'd showed her. He'd been having lessons for a year or so before she and Lonwen came along. Gwaring's first arrow split his in two. Her second the same. She never missed. Ever. Angry. Not he. When he saw her skill, he'd forgot he'd meant to show off and instead gloated about her prowess as if he'd taught her himself. He was always proud of her and loved her. He grew up and learned the hard way that one doesn't always get what one wants, or is promised. They'd been betrothed, But when she was chosen as the Green Lady, Orthorn was forced to step aside. The Green Lady always weds the Sylvanar. To love someone so strongly, only for them to be taken away is a hard thing for any Mer to learn. He left Deepwoods to seek his fortune elsewhere. In any case, we should continue our tour. Let's return to the village. That's where Gwering's greatest moment took place. There's an area near the shrine where our people gathered to watch. Here we are, back where we began. Isn't it amazing how often we travel to distant places, only to end up right where we started? Ifrit, confer your blessing upon this place, that we might behold the glory of the Green Lady. The Green Lady is the personification of the feral side of our people. Here you see part of the scene when Gwering was revealed by Ifrit. Yes, once her Sylvanar died on Kanaathi's roost, Fenariel vanished. The priests and spinners searched for any sign. When they could not find her, they came to Deepwoods to pray for guidance at the Green Lady's shrine. As the priests and spinners prayed, Gwering came to the shrine to join them. When she touched the shrine to offer her prayers, the tree began to glow, and she rose into the air, revealed as the Blessed Green Lady before the assembled faithful. Indeed, her glory was revealed, and all Gwering's experiences and talents must have been ordained by Ifrit to prepare her for this ascension. The Green Lady represents our feral flesh, while the Sylvanar is the spiritual. Both are chosen by Ifrit for the common good of our people. Their union is sacred, and we are all made stronger for it. I'm always happy to share our stories. It's the least I could do to thank you for saving me from those werewolves. We're proud of our history in Deepwoods. I'm always happy to...
My father was right. I should never have married a Khajiit. I wanted to see the world, explore foreign lands, eat exotic foods. My husband Faluz ate too many moon sugar candies. He started babbling to himself, then ran into the forest screaming, "This one likes Bosmer! Plants are best friends!" I said he'd eat himself sick, but would he listen? No. Typical cat. Sweets from elsewhere. They're usually harmless, but if a Khajiit eats too many, there can be consequences. Faluz has been missing for hours, and I'm really A passing merchant told me she saw a Khajiit near the Drabul Way Shrine, but Faluz ran off from here. I don't want to go too far away in case he returns. If he returns. He'd better return, or I'll kill him. It's beautiful forests, and to visit the fabled Deep Woods. Have you been there? I've heard all its ladies are green. Plus, Faluz has friends at the Bandari trade post. We'll set up a shop. Imports from Wayrest or something.
Forest has already taken everything precious to Faluz. My wife? She isn't dead? Thank Riddlethar. Oh, but she will never forgive me. Never. I remember dancing with the pigs, and then a long slide down the hill, past the gaping mouth, and splash! Water everywhere. There, and there. Mouths in the vines, clutching at me. No, I can't face her. My bag of goods is gone. Without it, we can't set up shop. No shop, no gold. Such a kind traveler. Leanne would not be so kind to Faluz. Also, I crave your help. If you happen to find my lucky pouch, fortune will smile upon you. Moon sugar candy, but don't worry, I've learned my lesson. The candy will fetch a good price at Bandari trade post, trust me. My head aches. To think of the trouble this causes. The pigs cannot be too far away. They are on a hill overlooking the water. A pond?
I've been through? Where have you been?
No more moon sugar candy. Felus promises.
That'll be the day.
My friend, my wife can't disown me now. Look, my dear, our friend found our goods. And, you have my lucky pouch, yes? No? I don't believe you. Felus saw a glint in your eye. You can't trick a trickster. Give me... Felus has no choice but to trust you. I guess the bag of goods was too heavy, hmm?
Thank you for not giving him the pouch of moon sugar candy. That stuff got us into this mess in the first place. Please, can I have it? I'm going to end this once and for all. I'm going to crush this pouch the first chance I get. If you stop by Bandari Trade Post, please come and see us. This is all we can spare. Please, take it and we'll be on our way. Thanks to you, I think we'll be all right. This is all we can spare.
I have a lot to thank you for. I didn't expect you to go off and save my sister while I was away. Glad you made it here in one piece. No. Well, I've spoken to them but gotten no answers. This may take a little more effort than I first estimated. The Droblug refused to tell me anything. After what happened in Velen Harbor, I can guess why. My sister's safe because of you. Can I count on you here as well? Another pair of eyes. I need to meet with the chieftain, Chieftain Nagrok, and my travel will be limited. But I can make a glamour, a disguise for you. As a Droblug soldier, you'll be able to go where I can't. First, take a lock of hair from a Droblug champion, with a blade if you have to. Chieftain Nagrok will respect your strength and allow you to attend the meeting. If he lies to us, I'll make a glamour with the lock of hair. Then you can look around.
Roku spoke of what you did at Velen Harbor. She says if my champions were dumb enough to challenge you, they deserve their fate. I'm not as easy to impress. So tell me, why do you trespass in my stronghold? Ah, she's around here somewhere, sticking her nose into Droblog business. Put me in a foul mood, she did. Got no right to tell the Droblog. Watch your tone, whelp. Droblog don't answer to you. Here's your elf friend now. Get out, before I lose my patience.
As I expected, Chieftain Agrok is hiding something, but I don't know what. Good thing we've already planned for this. Are you ready for a little subterfuge? I want you to find the shaman. I saw him heading to the beach a short while ago. The chieftain is waiting for something, and I need to find out what. Find a good hiding place, and listen in. Good. Follow me. We want to be a little less visible for this. You don't want this war, Roku. I've known this clan for years. We've never been allies, but this hostility is unexpected. This should let you talk to the Droblog without bloodshed.
Why must Chieftain Agrok still consult with that apparition? May this be the last time I light those accursed candles. What beast only talks through a ritual? I don't trust it.
Why do you disturb me? You have your orders, Droblog. Why do you disturb me? Has something gone wrong? The Green Lady must be detained until my arrival. I've given the materials you need for her bindings. She is not to be harmed, else your tribe will pay in blood. Velen Harbor is but the first gift. The conquest of 100 cities await, if my will is done. Then be gone. I have many things to prepare in Sylvanar before I can return to Drabul. See that no one interferes with the ritual. The Green Lady...
She's gone. You're too late. I know you're not a Droblog. You're friends with the Green Lady like me. But your trickery did not come fast enough. She fell into the trap that Hound spoke of. Now my uncle, our clan's chief, waits for the Hound to take her away. There may still be time to save her. Talk to my father, Shaman Glazulg. Yes, he made the trap at the chief's request. He's in the lower arena. I wasted enough breath trying to convince him. Maybe he'll listen to someone else. We have lived alongside the Bosmer for generations. Some would say they look down upon us with disdain, and they would be right. Chieftain Agrok is wrong, but there are many who follow him. Many who would fight to see the Bosmer brought low. He calls himself the Hound. I know little of who he is or what his true purpose is. I do know he craves the attention of the Green Lady. He would slaughter a whole village if only to ensure she remains unharmed. We have lived alongside the boss.
I told Chieftain Agrok someone would come to stop this madness. And here you are, but you're too late. The poor child is bound with borrowed magic, as my brother commanded. The Hound comes for her. You can't stop it. Don't take that tone. It's not as simple as you think. I'm old. Soon I'll die. I can't make choices about the tribe's future. That's the chief's, my brother's role. Roku. She's young, but sees our struggles with clear eyes. My brother should listen to her. Take this to siphon away the energy trapping the Green Lady. Only then will her bonds be broken. Roku will be at the main arena's entrance. Tell her I understand. Tell her she was right.
Have you spoken to my father? We must hurry with or without his blessing. His handiwork, but these Daedric symbols aren't Moloch's. There's no time to study it, though. If he gave you this, it must be used to free the Green Lady. Go. smart, elf.
The Green Lady is mine by right. I have captured the Sylvanar. She must yield to me.
Roku, stay back!
Though I am in Sylvanar's city, I have power. Chieftain, cut them down.
I warned you, Roku. You chose to stand against your people.
No, brother! Stay your hand! My daughter! This is not loyalty! You're this hound's pet!
Chieftain Agrok, you have much to answer for. The Hound. I know who he truly is. It does not bode well. The Hound! He has gone too far! If what he said was true, the Sylvanar, my Sylvanar, is gone. Yes, it'll take too long to explain, though. I must go after him. The Hound is my concern and mine alone. Yet I can't just leave the Sylvanar in danger. It's as if I must be in two places at once. I have to face the Hound. If I can reason with him, then there'll be no need to go after the Sylvanar. Even after all he's done, I need to give him that chance. The Hound. I have to face the Hound.
I should have stopped him. All this is my fault. My flesh and blood dead. Because I wouldn't listen. But that's not your concern. Will you go after the Sylvanar next? Jotsagar. That's where the chieftain sent our warriors to lie in wait. If the Sylvanar's held by our clan, he will...
You saw a spect... Do woodorcs fear horses?
The biggest liar in Tamriel is... I sell armor.
Hail.
Greetings.
So much to do, so little time.
Adept, we need your support once again. Aye, she's ready to You'll find the mistress of Incunabula in the depths of the jungle, at the Bandari trading post in Malabal Tor. Good luck, Adept. It's Velost. She's been working day and night to understand these books. Sheogorath has a warped... Honestly, Adept, no. Velost has a singular mind, as long as those books are current.
Buying and selling.
Top quality merchandise.
I'm rather busy right now.
Come!
Safe roads, soft beds,
The guild requests your help. Urgent message for you, comrade. Comrade, a message for you. The guild has need of your unique talents. Merrick Atazwala sent word. He asks you to join him as soon as you can. An investigation has begun in the matter of Guildmaster He's called a gathering of the Council of Province Generals in Volquastin. You should find him at the hall there. No. Just lots of rumors about the Council investigation. The old guard thinks Seize All Colors would have had a lot to gain from Yofnir's death. And from what I've heard, she's not at the meeting.
And they buy them. Ah, but Daba did not hear you approach. Too busy helping the shopkeeper organize her wares. So, organize now. And yes, Ayleid Ruin, not far from here. Newly opened. Head to Jossiger and you cannot help but see Bellara. Yes! At least this is what Jurakdar tells everyone. He sells artifacts from secret places, very secret. You should hurry. They sell like sweetmeats.
My comrade, I am very glad to see you again. This is the Council of Province Generals. They run the guild under the direction of the Guildmaster, and they're very concerned. I've been speaking to them about our experiences with the ghost of Yofnir and the attack on the Earthforge. The Council feels that we need to further investigate Yofnir's death. You will be their eyes and ears, with Aleph assisting you. She's gone to get some air outside. She can explain in more detail. If anyone can get to the bottom of this, it's you and Aleph. She's gone outside to get some air. Stendarr, guard your steps, my friend.
You have spoken to Merrick, then? Seen the council? It is about time we have... This one apologizes, comrade. She has been urging action for some time. Finally, to be able to... We have been tasked with investigating Yofnir's death, yes? We should
Yafnir kept a room nearby. Aleph gave instructions no one was to be allowed inside until we arrived. I shall keep watch here. Enter Yaf. Aleph knew she could trust you.
If you have nothing to say, say nothing.
What have you found? Interesting. Ragnthar is a dwarven ruin. Why would he? We must travel there, comrade. See? Now Aleph is truly surprised. The guildmaster had the magical prowess of a particularly slow horse. What was he doing at that ruin? Relics? Yafnir was no scribe. He was like most Nords this one has met. A Warhammer diplomat. The guild lost some contracts because of it, but the rank and file loved him. Good thought. Perhaps some in the guild hall saw him there. This one suggests you question our comrades at the trading post. Meet Aleph on the outskirts of the trading post.
Follow them.
Please, help stop this madness.
You must help my daughter. Shaman Yarnag. He's attacked us. Shaman Yarnag caught my daughter with the son of the Drublog chief Ulagash. We normally live near the Drublog with only minor squabbles, but not this time. But I fear Shaman Yarnag now plots against us. My daughter was in shock after the attack. She refused to speak to me. Please, see if Delanath will tell you anything. Someone must... I left Delanath in the village. She said she'd be praying to Zen in the meantime, the dear girl. Please, do what you can to help her. I'll wait in the valley near the Drublog's home. How do these things always start? Impetuous youth. Chief Ulukaza's son Ulagash wooed my daughter in secret. I told her no love would last. It was not long before the Drublog shaman uncovered their trysts. Then the bloodshed began. No one knows who struck the first blow. It was a battle, chaos, blood, anger. Now the Drublog swear they'll kill us all. I'm not surprised you ask. Few worship Zen these days, though his shrines once spanned the whole of Valenwood. He is the god of toil and payment in kind. Fitting we make the wood orcs pay for their... The Nahartan flu decimated his faithful. They say Argonian shadow scales infiltrated our worshippers and spread the flu, curse them. We are the last of Zen's followers. If we fall to the Drublog, none will be left to keep the old... How do these things always start? She told me she didn't mind his advances, that she actually liked him. I forbade her from seeing him, but she didn't listen. I knew that dalliances would anger the Drublog.
trying to Zen for the Drublog to stand down. None of us would survive against their mad rage.
Hail.
Along came a traveller, seeking and offering wisdom on the path to enlightenment. Delaneth told stories of these journals, and now you bring them to me. Since the earliest days, blood and toil have known no end in our hearts. Morlock demands a blood price. Zen's price is no different. Our gods both demand payment in kind. Of course, that means each demand retribution against the other. In the Valley, this has always been paid in blood. Every tale has an end. Every end allows a beginning to set hold. It is a balance, tenuous though it seems to be. Zen's presence fades from this world as Morlock grows stronger. Perhaps these journals will give comfort to those who fear the end.
We didn't mean to cause any trouble. How can love between two people cause so much suffering? It all happened so quickly. I don't... Shaman Yarnock came at us in a rage. He screamed that we were unworthy to pray at Moloch's shrine. Then he drew his weapon. Ulagosh, my love! You have to help him! I'd hoped we would be one day. But Shaman Yarnock saw us embracing by the lake a few nights ago. He must have told Chief Ulakaz. She flew into a rage. Since then, all arguments end in bloodshed. Peace has been torn asunder. In the eyes of Zen, all love is welcome. But worshippers of Moloch like Shaman Yarnock feel orcs should keep to themselves and not consort with other races. My dear Ulagosh must still be with Shaman Yarnock. I fear for his life. They were still in Moloch's shrine when I ran away. I think Ulagosh was stabbed by the shaman. Have mercy, Zen. Don't let us be parted like this.
The village. I couldn't help them. So many dead. A bloodbath. Chief Ulukas killed them all. So much screaming echoing through the entire valley. How could this have happened? Is this the workings of the shaman? Zen, this is too much for one to bear. My daughter Delanath, my child. I couldn't find her before I was forced to flee. Some villagers went to hide amongst the forest. Please, can you find them?
Did it not be my time yet? No. Only the raging Droblog. Zen, why have you abandoned us? Don't trust the orcs, I said. But did they listen? Now they... No, the poor girl. I can't imagine these beasts left her alive.
Zen? What have we done? I haven't seen her since the attack. I've got to get out of here.
Did you find anyone? Delanoth? They must have taken her. Wouldn't a father know if his daughter died? The Drublog destroyed our entire village. Monsters, all of them. We welcomed the Drublog. We shared a single cup in friendship, and this is what they return? Chief Ulukaz was honorable and just, but Shaman Yarnog changed that. And all the others followed his bloodlust. Nothing more than animals they are. My friends, gone. My daughter, missing. What is left for me? I've nothing left except rage and grief. Chief Ulukaz. It's the only path left to me. She must have taken my daughter, so she must die. Chief Ulukaz will be in her longhouse above the shrine to Morlock.
Please, help. The Droblog. The chief. She went mad. Ulagosh and I. We tried to stop her. And Shaman Yarnog. He used Ulagosh's blood. The chief. Shaman Yarnog meant to kill me. But Ulagosh stopped him. He took the blow meant for me. Please, you have to end this. Tell my father.
What news? Have you found my daughter? No! My flesh and blood stolen from me by those twice-cursed fiends. Zen, this is too much. I beg you, don't give me this burden to bear as well. Curse Ulagash! Curse them! Don't speak to me of sacrifice. Ulugush was a Drublog, same as the rest. I told her no love could live between the Drublog and our people, and now she has paid the price. The Drublog know only blood, and blood they... My daughter only ever wanted peace. Perhaps the chief's son did too. But their blood has forever stained these lands. There's no going back. If I don't stop the Drublog, the suffering will continue. The curse is the only way to end. Zen answers my prayers. The Drublog will finally pay.
I must speak with you. I am the Herald of Zen, Keeper of the Balance. I collect and assign the debts of the faithful. I am here to stop this cycle. The Drublog paid many times over for the death of Marthragor's people. His curse will only feed Moloch's fury. He offers his blood as sacrifice, calling upon the forest itself to mete out justice. But it is not justice he seeks, it is vengeance. Zen will not have more blood shed this day, but one death is better than many. If you cannot stop him, I must. What can you do? What you must. Marthragor has put his trust in you before. You have the chance to guide him away from this path. The spoken word can shape the future in ways stronger than the tears and blood of thousands. If your words ring true, perhaps Marthragor will see a new path. Marthragor has lost sight of Zen in his grief. He sees no other recourse but more death. My master grows impatient with this world. I will not hesitate to strike him down if he defies the will of Zen.
Zen would abandon me in my time of need? After all this, he gives me nothing? They've slaughtered my family and laid waste to my home. They will answer for their crimes. If Zen won't help me, I will find another that will give me justice. I will not. They must all pay, do you hear me? They must pay with their lives. I'll suffer no Drublog on these lands as long as I draw breath. Delaneth, if I could see you once more, I would know what to do. She would weep if she saw me now. She only knew kindness and love. Why did I survive while she died? You're right. I must find the balance again. First, I will find my daughter, hold her one last time, and try to remember the lessons she taught me. Then, I must rebuild. Perhaps I will find the concept of balance once again.
Success guide me. I must find a way to save them. My prayers are answered. Please, lend me your talents for a time. My comrades have been captured. Marmor raiding parties attacked and boarded our ship in the midst of a black fog. In the chaos, I saw them kill many of my shipmates. So many dead. Yes, I dove into the water and swam ashore. I turned back and saw the captain and a few others being bound and taken away. The Marmor must plant it. The Marmor will interrogate the crew, and their methods are very unpleasant. The Marmor made several camps along the beach. The survivors were split up for I know the Marmor took Carpenter Coris. It was the fog, thick as the forest and black as ink. We couldn't see, so kept closer to shore than usual to follow the lights. Marmor lights, as it happened, not the shore markers we thought they were.
I need healing!
Split us up. Find the others.
Have you seen Archwizard Samet, their leader?
Where's the captain? And the first mate?
They took Captain Saratania and First Mate Valian toward the eastern cliffs.
What foul Maumor trick is this? Another attempt to loosen my tongue. You don't look like a Maumor spy. I'll need to trust my instincts about you. The captain was taken by... I'll find someone to answer that question once I've reclaimed my armor and blade. Meanwhile, I must beg a favor. Board our ship, a Thalmor fleet manifest. It details who, what, where, and when the entire Thalmor fleet moves. Its value to pirate scum such as these Marma is self-evident. Our ship ran aground not far from that old wreck. The manifest's disguised as a regular book, but it won't take long for them to discover its true meaning. We've been busy questioning our prisoner. Did you find what you came for? Good work! With that manifest, the Maoma could have intercepted our supply ships and taken arms intended for the Dominion forces. They'll regret this Maoma whelp, says Archwizard Semet, took the captain to a nearby cave, not far from where you saved me. And I've sent a striker to assist you inside the cave's entrance. My remaining crew and I will secure the exit. Be wary. The Maoma feared the very mention of Archwizard Semet.
First Mate Volian said you'd meet me here.
the Archwizard, and a few others along the path ahead. With your help, we should dispatch them easily. Yes, I fear the Archwizard uses the Animus Geode to strip victims of their memories. If that's so, we must destroy the Animus Geode before the My blades are at your disposal.
Amazing to stand at the heart of Tanzelwil, isn't it? You can hear the ancestors whisper.
Never felt such pain. Oh, the Maum are a little better than animals. I think so. My memories, my being, rushed back with the Animus Geode's destruction. Until you came, I thought my crew lost and our secrets revealed. They didn't get it, did they? The manifest? Does my mind play tricks? You say First Mate Valiant survive? They're alive? What a relief! I saw them dead, broken, everything undone. That wizard tormented me with such horrible visions. But they're safe, thanks to you. Please, lead the way out of this. So few. Ah, but it's good to finally see them again. With this group, without a doubt, we'll make our way overland to Volkwaston. We'd have been lost without you, and the Maorma would know our secrets. This rescue brings great honor to your name, my friend. May Auriel guide you. So, with this group,
should consider bathing.
Please, I need your help. At last, I'd begun to give up hope. Are you a friend to the Bosmer? I cannot see you clearly. Who are you? At last, I'd begun to give up hope. Are you a friend? At last, I'd begun to give up hope. Are you a friend to the Bosmer? Thank you. The gods know I could use your help. It's taking all my energy to maintain this projection. The Drublog captured me and my traveling companions. They're holding us prisoner in Juthsago. I need you to rescue my advisors. They can tell you more about the attack and perhaps help you free me from my... My advisors are my confidants, my bodyguards. They fill multiple roles. We were en route to my wedding with the Green Lady. When the Drublog attacked, they were slain or taken. 2 survived. A warrior. He's my military advisor and a bodyguard. He fought hard during the ambush, but was overwhelmed. If you free the youngest of my advisors, Ambassador Sariel's visions give guidance when those twice her age see no clear path. She could help you find out how to free me. As the Sylvanar, I'm the manifestation of the spiritual strength within every Bosmer. But I must join with the Green Lady before my role can be fulfilled. The Drublog attacked my retinue on our way to this ritual. We had no time.
Hello there.
I don't care how thick you... I don't care how thick your skull.
Looking to crack some Daedric skulls? I've got what you need. Yes, he actually visited a few times in the months before he died. Always came into town dirty and smelling like boots after a hard march. Never asked why. Didn't seem like a thing he was likely to tell me. Go carefully, comrade.
Welcome to the hall, comrade. Sure, of course. Had me set out some supplies for him a few times. He said he was going out to Ragnthar, that weird old whoever. Oh, studying it and such. Ragnthar is weird. Unique, I guess you'd say. See, nobody really knows where it is. Physically. Temporospatial claudication. I think that's what they call it. Anyway, it means the ruins inside are all scooped out of time and space. There are entrances to the place all over Tamriel, but nobody knows where it really is. He said he was meeting someone, that he had to meet with them somewhere safe, that what they were talking about was very important. Guess that's why Yafnir went to the trouble of going to that weird old place.
Nice to see you, comrade. Our numbers aren't what they used to be. Live by the sword. Sure, I remember him here, but not his business. I think he spoke with Akita a few times. I wish he was still around. Be interested to hear... Oh, you know. The Guild has always been about our short, simple contracts. One and done was the mantra a lot of the lads used. Now this long-term...
Shalador found you. Excellent. I've puzzled out the hints from that last... Not unless you've spent your life poring over... I'm fine, Adept. I'm just tired. It's become very draining to translate.
Good. You've arrived. Welcome back to the Isles, Adept. We must be wary. I'm not sure. I've never been to this part of the Shivering Isles. Yes, it is as I said. She has worked herself night and day. And Sheogorath's dark intellect is...
Not so fast there, Shalador. Only invited guests in the chateau. We have standards, you know.
Damn you, mad god!
Don't let the door hit you on the way out. Shally. And off you go. Just the two of us. Now we can talk in peace. Ah, my little mortal. I'm a man of many personalities, but I tell you what, they're all very fond of you. The game is a foot. Or a leg. In fact, all manner of severed limbs. But don't worry about that. I've brought you here because I've been watching you. You work too hard. Of course! This is my chateau. It's me family's estate. Gets handed down from me to myself and so on and so on. I think you'll love it here. Or hate it. Oh, one of the two, certainly. Up the road behind me is our guest quarters. But silly me! All 3 rooms are already occupied. Frankly, they've overstayed their welcome. One of them, though, just not fitting in. Could you do me a favor? Could you tell him to catch? Such an untrusting soul. If there were a catch, I'd say it's the 2 of my guests are murderous cannibals. My advice? Don't let anyone eat you. And remember, try to relax.
Be wary. Talk to these guests carefully before you try to throw anyone out.
I can hear you, Shally! Don't bother my guests!
You're the only one that thinks you're funny, mad god.
Is someone out there? I can hear you moving. No? Not at all. There are things skittering around in here. Oh, don't evict me. As long as I ignore the noise, it's quite nice in here. You can't see the poetry of my soul from behind a door. You can't look into my eyes and know that my mind is my own. You can't see the intensity of my truth.
Hello? Is someone
Yes,
there?
actually. It's very pleasant. Some odd things here and there, but overall... Look! Are you room service or not? What? Well, no throwing me out. Throw me out and I'll have my advocate drag you before the Alinor courts. We'll strip you of every coin you've ever earned, and every coin your sons will ever earn.
I can hear someone out there. Yes. Wait, no! Is the Master playing his games again? Wait, I mean, scenarios. I do enjoy his scenarios. They taste so yellow. Yes, yes! Evict me! Open the door right now! Or I'll peel off your face and wear it like a mask! I'll claw through this wood and tear out your succulent throat with my teeth! Freedom! I'll add you to my wardrobe!
Hello? Yes, actually. What? Fine then. My advocate will be contacting you about this. I'll show myself out. But I'm not taking that dreadful portal.
That's a perfectly good portal! I should know! I made it! It's been so long since we had guests. You would have loved my old Uncle Leo back in the day. Charming dinner conversation. When he wasn't bringing up old girlfriends. Well, let's see. Now that you're settled in, you should tour the grounds. We have this lovely maze at the chateau. You simply must see it. Why do I need a reason for everything? Mortals, mortals, mortals! Always needing a reason to do things! For example, people like to think light chases away the shadows. I prefer to think that without a few lights, there'd be no shadows to enjoy. Oh, jolly good, you're getting it! I knew if we spent enough time together, you'd start to think like me. I have that effect on people. It's a bit too dark, actually. Why don't you mind what bumps in the night now?
You faced darkness before, Adept. Remember your training.
No cheating, Shalador! Don't ruin this for me!
Only 2 more to go. This trial is child's play.
I'm gonna bind you to haunt a little old lady in Wayrest. Does that sound fun, Shally? What did you think? What was your favorite part? No, don't answer that. I can see such confidence, braggadocio, gumption. I like that. The last place I'd like you to visit is our humble... I want you to meet the family. So many fond memories. There was that one time with the scalpel. And all of our family dinners. Ha! And of course, you get to... Aye, we have an old rhyme about him. 4 lights in a row, poke one to make it glow. No, that's wrong. Maybe it was 4 lights in... Remember, vacations are about enjoying the little moments.
Get away. Get away.
Those poor souls. Sheogorath's family.
How do you keep getting back in here? I blame
Apparently not everything is under your control.
Not yet, anyway.
Not again.
The walls speak to me.
Stop it! That's not my tail!
Isn't it beautiful? The most beautiful part of the chateau. You can see why I've held on to the place all these... Now, just hold on there! Haven't you been wondering why it's called the Chateau of the Ravenous Room? Well, you should! And before I give you the last tome, before I reward you and Shally for all your hard work, you need to meet... Ah! A mortal after me own heart. Well, Uncle Leo was quite the ladies' man back in the day. He had a beauty in every town, from Windhelm to Stormhold. Right. Well, not getting the attention of the ladies the way he used to, it started to drive Leo a little bit batty. And that's when... So, I offered him a little deal. I gave him back his looks, his youth. All he had to do was promise never to bed a maiden or... Cheese for the smart skeever! Leo couldn't resist her. Thought he'd have an out on our deal if they got married. Nope. His flesh melted like wax on his wedding night. Became an Atronach of my very own. Now? All is too much, I'm afraid. To be honest, it's become an embarrassment to the family. So, give the old lug my love before you rip his skull open, will you? So proud. If you hadn't already murdered most of them. Always sad to see a good man die. Leo's death just... I should make you fight narwhals on the open ocean! I should make you run a gauntlet of angry Argonian concubines! What I want, what's yours? Yes, yes, well, I'm sure you and Shalador will be very happy with your new book. Of course, Velast has been the one doing all the reading, right? So, give Velast my best.
You've returned. You've done it. We have them all. Now I just need to closely study the books together as a set. And we should... You've returned. You've done it. Wish me luck, my friend. Yes, Adept. I recovered quickly after you left. I'm just feeling a little weary. This business with the books... These books are like word labyrinths. They are, like I said, just a little weird.
What a relief to see you.
Protects us from our... Fighting only hurts those that cannot defend themselves. And with the troubles the Houndsmen have brought about, I thought it was wise to prepare. I hired the Gold Coast mercenaries just beyond our gates, for protection. But no, they're more of a threat than anything else. So, the young one's eyes shine at the thought, but I won't let their blood be shed for my actions. And to act, I must know the Gold Coast plans. Perhaps you'd be willing to help. The mercenaries at the Gold Coast drink our wine and eat our food. They are waiting. What? We must find out. I've heard of a courier's arrival within the hour. I need his message before it gets into the hands of the Gold Coast. A matter of gold and a matter of pride. They've demanded more than agreed upon. Suspicious, yes? I believe they weigh 2 contracts. Ours and another. He comes from the north, set to arrive at a small camp just outside these gates. We must get the letter before anyone from... Search the campsite. If the courier is not yet there, lie in...